Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott, a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Rutledge. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The
Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Prescott. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Having someone like T.J. Hockenson as your starting tight end makes you feel good as an organization because he finds ways to get open and gives his quarterback a reliable safety net over the middle or even to the edges. Case in point there, that play for a first down.
Prescott on first down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Back to throw. Rutledge. Incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
A broken foot limited DeMarcus Lawrence to 7 games last season and only 3 sacks. And the Cowboys, they need him to get back to his Pro Bowl form. At one point in his career, he had 25 sacks in a span of 2 seasons.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Swift going to try up the middle. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Here's Prescott. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Throwing on 1st down. Rutledge. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Off-play action. Rutledge. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Rutledge. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Rutledge. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 28. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Rutledge. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw. Rutledge. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ryan Knoll taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football, he does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10.
Play action now. Prescott.
Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffin.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
First down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
Right side to Williams.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Prescott yet again.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Here's Prescott. Toward the pylon, caught.
And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On 1st and 10, Rutledge. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Rutledge. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Prescott now. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out, and that'll do it for this first half.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Operating from the gun. Rutledge out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Operating from the gun, Rutledge. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Again, it's Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
From the gun on third down, Rutledge. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Rutledge. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys run off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, these guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football, and then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
On first down, Rutledge. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
On third down, Rutledge. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aiden Hutchinson, his second sack of the night. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So now on fourth down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second and 4. Throwing, Prescott, and that's going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rutledge. He finds his target. It's Schultz. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Off the play fake. Rutledge. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara is shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one complete. He finds Shark. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Prescott now from the 50. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To the air again, Prescott. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Osa Odighizuwa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go to Elliott again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.